of the National Football League.
Of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans. A very unique opportunity coming our way tonight. Hi there, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Heward up here in the booth, and we are guaranteed to see a first-time Super Bowl champion in just a few hours. Only a handful of teams have failed to win it just yet, and two of them are hoping to change that tonight.
And normally, Kate, that'd be an advantage, right? A team so hungry for that first title, facing someone who's done it before, but that is not the circumstance tonight, and you could just feel it. You could feel it from this fan base on both sides, these players. They want it so badly to do something never done before.
Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They bring Thomas in motion. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So that brings up 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. They'll throw 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. Now, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. Jackson's going to go on 4th. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yeah. And finally, as you said, their first completion.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Slot man's in motion right. First down, here's Lamar. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
He's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Offense in the hurry up here. He'll send him over right. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Titans take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't.
Oh, the football's loose. And the Cardinals pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, interception, I mean, start there. But immediately they're fumbling the ball right back over. That's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now on 3rd. Completed to his running back. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 4th down.
We changed it. Hey! Hey, report!
4th down, here's Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Arrives at the 40. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Titans have a first.
That's another Titans first
Henderson here from the gun. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their lax drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of it. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it. And they've done it on back-to-back drives.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First down, Arizona.
Jackson yet again. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. That one's a miss. So he hung it out right at that upright. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
What is up?
Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
What is it up?
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 8 on that one. And the Titans have it first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So first down from the 41. back to Worthy. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. This one falls incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Henderson. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down. That linebacker just did.
22 yards on that carry. They're left with 4th and 10. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. The former soccer star Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. They bring Thomas in motion. From the gun, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
And 2 yards to go.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And the Titans rush is going to win this rep. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for this. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Jordan Lewis. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th in that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Here comes 2nd and 3 following the penalty.
Vegas! Yes! Punch first!
Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Vegas!
To throw is Williams. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Vegas!
Williams to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Quickly to Watson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Titans take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. On 1st down, Jackson. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
He finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Little knocks it through. And the gap closes to 14 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Cam Little to kick off.
Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The 2nd half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
They're on 17-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grow the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
We changed it.
Here's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Working quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Completed left side to Thomas. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, Ozzy, check out. Hey, middle. Support you.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
And the Cardinal first down.
We changed it.
First down, here's Lamar. Pass it down close. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Offensive line fast. From the red zone now. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the 2nd half with some needed points. Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded by Henderson.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Williams. Throw left side to Watson. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got first down here from the 36. To throw, Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Galloping inside the 40. He's going to bring this down to their 35. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
All set to go now from the 35. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Set up the screen. Here's Nakua. That play is brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run with Henderson. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through, and that makes this a 3-score game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
First down throw for Jackson. Has it downfield working the left. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. Looking right, and he finds him. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end the beneficiary.
Into traffic, complete. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Back to Pitts it goes. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown.
On for the extra point.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals cut the lead down to 10.
27.
trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Give now to Henderson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Very good. Punch forward.
Sticking with Henderson. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. It's Henderson on the give. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Oncoming now from the Titans on this 4th down. On comes Johnny Hecker. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. This will be grabbed at the 5. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. A design run. Jackson keeping it. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards through the 9. Looking quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Jackson now on 3rd. And they're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact. Moving quickly, trying to get set. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Running back sent in motion.
Now we change it.
Jackson's going to throw again. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st down, Jackson trying to push deep downfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals got to score in a hurry. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Jackson. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Titans get it back as he intercepts him for the second